am going to make sloppy Joe cornbread. So I've already got the ground beef cooking. And I'm using grass-fed ground beef, organic, makes it more tasty. So while this is cooking, I want to get the cornbread ready. So you can use any kind of cornbread mix you want. I'm just using this, the yellow cornbread mix, but you can use any kind you like. So you start with 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups of the cornmeal mix. Get that measured out. Sure it's 1.5. I think that's about good. So 1.5 cups of the cornmeal mix. And put it in a mixing bowl. And then you will need 2 eggs. I'm just going to dip it in there like so. And let's see, you will need a cup of oil. Well, you don't need to show that, but... And I'm going to use olive oil. Make it super healthy. Well, actually, I think you need less oil for this recipe. But you could probably use more oil. Just whatever your tastes are. So I'm just going to put probably about half a cup of oil. Like I said, this is olive oil. And you may use any type of oil you would like. But I'm using olive oil. So like half a cup of olive oil. And then you will need 1 cup of milk. Excuse me, I've had a cold. You will need 1 cup of milk. I'm just using 2% milk. You can use buttermilk if you want. Measure 1 cup of milk. And then pour that in like so. And to give this a sweet taste, and to make the cornbread more softer, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to put in a can of cream-style sweet corn. That just gives it a sweet taste to cornbread. And before you do any of this, preheat your oven to 450. So I've already got that preheated to 450. And you bake this for 20 minutes once the oven's preheated. So I'm just going to dump the corn in. Okay. And then of course you stir this up really well. So all the ingredients are mixed in. This is something super and easy you can do on the weekends. If you like cornbread and sloppy joes, just something I happen to think of. And it's really easy to make. And you just make your sloppy joes according to the recipe. Just brown 1 pound of ground beef, drain it, drain off all the excess grease, put in a can of manwich, mix that up really well, and then you're going to dump this on top of the cornbread once the cornbread gets through baking. And you will have like a delicious lunch or dinner. Just mix this up really well. And I'm going to spray the pan. You'll need like a baking dish about this size. I think this is like an 8x8. Not sure. Pretty sure it's 8x8. Anyway, about that size. Maybe slightly larger. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and spray this with olive oil cooking spray. Just so it don't stick. But since I've already put olive oil in the mixture, you won't need much of this. So just spray it like so. Make sure you get all of it coated. think it's good. Make sure you get all the sides and all that. And the oven should be heated up here in a minute. And just stuff all your mixture in. Looks good already. Yum yums.
Yep, I can smell it already.
My hubby's videotaping me.
That's right, folks.
Anyway. And then once the oven is heated up, just put this in the oven. Let it bake for like 20 minutes. And take it out of the oven. And sometimes you have to use your judgment on some of these recipes. Like, if it looks like it needs slightly more minutes after 20 minutes, you could bake it for additional 5 minutes or however long you think it needs. But I don't think it'll need no more than 20 minutes. Because like I said, the oven is heated to 450. So that's pretty hot once it gets heated. So I don't think you'll need no more than that. So once it gets 20 minutes, I'll show you what it looks like after 20 minutes. But this looks delicious already. Anyway. So, like I said, I'm already running the ground beef. And anymore, I'll use the grass-fed organic ground beef because it just has a better taste to me. And I'm browning that up right now. Then you can just cook the ground beef. And like I said, drain off all the excess grease. And then once that gets good and crumbled up, pour in your manwich. And this will be super delicious. So we'll come back with part 3, I guess, once the cornbread is finished. And we'll come back and show you the finished product here in a few. Okay, the finished product. Okay. I baked this for 20 minutes and looked at it. And it kind of mushy in the middle, so not really bad, but so I just baked it for additional 5 more minutes. And then after 5 minutes was up, I just turned the oven on off. And then I just kind of let it cool down in the oven for about 5 more minutes. And then it turned out perfect after I did that. So it's just like nothing. Knife comes out clean when you stick it in the middle. It's not sticking, and it looks like it's turned out perfect. So, and then what I'm gonna do is cut up a couple of pieces, and I'm going to put some manwich over it, and I'm gonna let my husband eat a piece, and he'll tell you what he thinks. And there's your plate. Okay, so can you out a piece?
Absolutely.
Let me get the pot holder so you don't.
I'm good. I almost got it out.
Well, that looks good too.
Yay.
And then I'll just put you some of that over yours. Over here. So hold the plate over here.
Hey.
Of course, I'm eventually going to dump all this onto this.
Wow.
But just so he can taste it and tell you what he thinks, someone's going to put a little bit of this. And of course, my son, he's ready to eat it. He's like, let's eat, Mom. And you just dump it over the top like that.
Wow. Oh, I'll love to eat this.
See how yummy it looks?
Yum yum.
What do you think, baby? Doesn't it look delicious?
Absolutely.
And my son's like, I'm ready to eat. Hold on, Devin.
I'm ready to eat too.
All right, let me get you a fork. And then you can tell me what you think, how it tastes.
Alrighty. Wow. Let me blow this for a second.
Yeah, it's just come out of the oven, so it may be a little bit hot.
Yep. It's nice, hot, and fresh, folks. Let me give this a taste and see what I think.
It looks so good.
Well, baby, you've done it again.
Well, thank
It
you.
is super fantastic.
Well, thank you, baby.
Whew. Love it.
Well, thank you, baby.
That's why you get lots of A+.
You are my A+.
Oh, thank you, baby.
I would-
Sorry.
I want to give you a kiss.
Definitely.
You are my A+. Mm-hmm. All right, there you have it. Husband approved. And kid approved.
Yep.
All right, let's eat. Dinner ideas for today. Sloppy Joe cornbread. So you will need 1 pound of ground beef, cornmeal mix, a couple eggs for the cornbread, some olive oil for the cornbread, milk for the cornbread, and I'm going to add a can of sweet corn to give the cornbread a sweet taste and to make it more moist.